case for defamation, and I have to imagine Logan Paul knows that and just wants to bully CoffeeZilla legally and cost him a lot of money to hurt him, which is fucked up. That is malicious and supervillain-like, Logan. Of course, I'm no lawyer, but I am at least somewhat familiar with how defamation cases usually go, because when someone's feelings get hurt, they always try and sue for defamation for some reason. It's pretty cringe. Now, another thing that I want to mention before showing the podcast moments is Logan Paul is so delusional that he actually is using the defense of him hiring criminals makes him innocent. So in his response video, he's like, "You talked to my developer that stole the code for $1 million. Did you know that that developer is actually a convicted criminal?" And then showcases his criminal history, as if that makes Logan Paul look better or innocent. Logan, you hired 3 criminals to run this with you. That makes you look much, much worse and much more guilty. "Oh, no, guys, it's not me that was bad. I hired 3 criminals. I brought together the Suicide Squad here to run this crypto company. It's them that were bad. It's not my fault. Why are you getting mad at me? I just hired the criminals." Obviously, you're responsible for the team you put together. You are liable for 2 of them stealing $7.7 million from the project here. That is your fault. I don't know why you keep falling back on, "No, it's just that those criminals that did it, not me." Like, it's such a fucking stupid defense. I already did get kind of the spoilers that he really just repeats what he said in his video, which is nothing. Even in this hour and 20 long podcast, he doesn't actually debunk any of CoffeeZilla's claims.
Always trying to get attention, and now he doesn't give a fuck about us, or he's not going to speak out about it until this other dude's going to speak out, and now this is going to talk now. Great question.
What was the question? He was just like spitting a fact. Now I know these are just like his lackeys, and his point is like, this is all wrong, but it wasn't even a question. He's just like, he's just like, right. Like, the only thing he failed to mention there is that it was a scam. But everything else, yeah, I mean, he's like, right. It's not like you were going to talk about CryptoZoo the next day or something. If CoffeeZilla never made the video telling the victim's story, this would have stayed just buried, fading into obscurity.
Here's some receipts. Again, just for context. His name's Steven. The first time he reached out to me was on Christmas Eve after we released the series.
Logan, big guy. Coffee already posted the receipts. He reached out to you directly on Instagram, which was your only means of communication, by the way, since you blocked him, over a year ago. When that was a dead end, he reached out to your manager multiple times asking to talk directly to you. Jeff left him on red. It wasn't until every other avenue was burned that he called your manager, Jeff. Those receipts were already posted. But you are right, he did reach out again on December 24th to your email, again, after exhausting everything else, again, because you have him blocked.
This is big for him. He caught a lot of traction, getting like 500,000 subscribers, and I'm sure he got a decent amount of money from his Patreon. But I am not interested in feeding into that anymore, so we'll be answering the questions that hopefully he was going to ask me, and that you're going to ask me today on this podcast.
But this is so transparently weak. Your offer was for him to fly out to your studio to do it, so couldn't the same argument be made for you? Like, that's not a strong point that you, for some reason, harp on so heavily. His offer was to just do a general video call. In fact, CoffeeZilla doesn't even do those interviews, video calls on his main channel. He does it on a secondary platform. So it wouldn't even be milking views or anything out of it. It's literally just getting the truth.
Hey Steven, just wanted to put my response to your scam allegations on your radar, link below. Even though you broke laws, hardly substantiated your evidence, fabricated dangerously misleading falsehoods, and wrongfully accused me of scamming my fans, and still left the host doing impulsive. Again, unmonetized. You can even be one on.
Hardly substantiated your evidence. I'm gonna give him leeway on the breaking laws because even I didn't realize Texas was a one-party consent law when it came to recording conversations on the phone. So he didn't break laws, so that's blatantly wrong, but I'm gonna give him leeway because I also didn't realize that that was legal in Texas. But this, fucking yikes, and fabricated dangerously misleading falsehoods. What, talking to your team of criminals, like directly? What do you mean?
If someone scams a person or an organization, they deceive them in order to get something valuable for them, especially money. That is the definition of scam. So, my first question, and this question how much money did you make off the sale of the coin?
Oh no! Oh, this is so much worse than I would have expected. Just because Logan didn't make the money doesn't mean it wasn't a scam. You know who did make money and 7.7 million's worth? 2 of the other criminals he hired to run it with him, Mike. Yes, it is a scam, even though Logan didn't make the money off of it. Holy shit. I am going to assume this had to have been recorded a week ago, or longer. There's no way he recorded this and released it today, after his response video and the reception and all of the points made about it. I refuse to believe he is that blissfully ignorant of what's going on. This has to be old. This is wildly bad. This is just... So, the setup he's doing here is, Coffee refused to come on Impulsive, so instead I'm gonna have my sidekick here make up easy softball questions that we think CoffeeZilla may have asked if he was lobotomized. And then Logan tackles those easy ones. For instance, what is a scam? Well, by the definition of a scam, Logan, did you make money off of this? And I already know the answer. Well, no, Mike. In fact, CoffeeZilla even corroborated this. I never sold the coin. That doesn't mean it's not a scam, Logan.
Yeah, this seems to be the biggest misconception, and it is...
It's not a misconception. We know you didn't sell.
Disappointed that that part was glossed over so quickly. Made no money. Crypto Zoo.
Never claimed
sold
you
the
did.
token.
Said you
Jeff
didn't.
never sold the token.
He said you didn't.
Only lost money trying to make things right,
Also said you did.
along with everyone else in the project. But
Except for Jake and the other criminal,
no money was made.
Eddie.
No tokens were sold.
Except by those two.
And CoffeeZilla even said that in the series.
Exactly.
So to answer your question, yeah. No money was made by Jeff Raw.
And
Thus, everything CoffeeZilla said was accurate. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Doesn't mean it's not a scam, bro. Talk about the leaked group texts about how this was supposed to just emulate another lucrative project to exploit your fans for money as quickly as possible off as minimal effort as possible. And then talk about all of the meeting memos about market manipulation and what's an acceptable amount to sell on any given day for the percentage increase, or for the percentage effect on the overall tokenomics. Get into the market manipulation stuff from the actual group chats, man. That's what I'd like to hear.
that seemed just like a kill shot to this entire thing.
Yeah, maybe. If your brain is very smooth, I suppose. Well, everyone may have lost money, and the entire goal may have been to just exploit us for money, but Logan didn't sell. So I guess we weren't scammed. I can see how your mind worked in that way, Mike.
I'm fucking frustrated. I've been frustrated for over a year. So I'll let.
So
I'll let you keep going
frustrated, he
and-
doesn't
and
do anything
again,
about it.
While we made no money on the project, which I think kills the scam narrative immediately, there is more explaining to do.
What was your
Jesus.
intent with CryptoZoo?
Post actively on Reddit hybrid animals, and the hybrid animals thread on Reddit is hilarious and has a bunch of likes and people commenting on it. But the moment that I say it's something that I'm doing, it doesn't work in that context.
I think it was shined in a bad light. I think if it didn't have the negative outline on it, people wouldn't.
No. It's
The fuck are you talking about? It was stock images. It has nothing. Even if the art was bad, if it was clear it was actually custom art by real artists, then the critique would just be, yeah, the art's kind of lame. The critique is, the handmade art claim is wrong. As in, you're using stock images. What is he talking about? His claims were literally handmade art, and he talked about how many artists he had on the team. But it was revealed that it was mainly stock photos. Now, the hybridization of the art with a panda with a long elephant nose, maybe you had someone drum that up in 5 minutes in Photoshop, I guess? But, like, even that's a stretch. Discussion he has that's insightful at all. I know that he says that CoffeeZilla is milking victims of his scam, which is a wild thing to say. Just get over it, you lost money, stop milking it. That is what. Where is that actually? I'll pull that up in case any of you haven't seen that. Where in this podcast is it?
When all this broke, I don't remember this rule, just following me. And I saw the pain in your, and this is, like I said, this is not entertaining or fucking encouragement of itself. I saw this pain in your face, bro, and this like emptiness in your fucking eyes when all this was breaking.
So that wasn't the milking it part, but that was embarrassing. Jesus Christ, Mike. Well, we were in Qatar, in that spa, surrounded by topless women, drinking expensive champagne. I looked over, you checked your phone, CoffeeZilla made a video with your name in it. You knew it was about CryptoZoo, and I saw, in the windows of your soul, I saw your heart broke. So I did what any good friend would do. I put your whole sack into my mouth. And I didn't want to, Logan. Trust me, I didn't want to. But I put it in my mouth where it was nice and warm, and I knew it could comfort you in this time of need. And I'm not trying to play, I'm not trying to make it seem like the victim, but you ruined our entire vacation, CoffeeZilla. All of it. Ruined it.
Is one of the most painful fucking things in the world. It's
Where
terrible.
Coffee fucked up is by targeting me as some malicious, evil supervillain. If he had told this story objectively,
He did. Did you watch the video? I have to wonder. I actually thought he did a really great job of talking about the other ones as being the really malicious, evil supervillains, and you being the bumbling buffoon. You played the comic relief of this scam, Logan. I have to wonder if he even watched it. Coffee focused very heavily on Crypto King and Eddie. You were just the dummy, like the actual fucking dummy. 3-7 for Monica and Joey.
and told the story.
It was as
without-
objective as it
without
could be.
Vilifying me. Regardless, we're still making this right. But in my opinion, that's where it got twisted and hurt the most. Dude, I'm sitting in the seat solely because of this. I love them. I'll take any picture you want. And something else. How many?
You love your fans so much, give them their money back. Easy. Your fans mean so much to you. Wow, you do so much. You take a picture when they ask. Holy fuck, what a saint. Give them their money back. Prove it. Give them their money back. But, like, let's say it is 5 or 6 mil. Logan Paul, with Prime alone, makes that in, like, a week. People are fighting each other in the UK for Prime. He could absolutely afford just to give that back. Be like, you know what, guys? I really do, like, care about you. I'm not just, this isn't just lip service. This wasn't supposed to be a scam. Things got out of control. You lost money. Real people were hurt. And I can't live with that anymore. I'm giving you your investments back. And since it's on the blockchain, you have the ledger. You can easily see who invested what so you don't get scammed by people pretending to be investors. And you could easily just give them it back and make it whole. But you won't. You could afford to, though. 100% you could afford to. No, but Charlie, he takes pictures with his fans. That's a good point. A picture is worth more than the millions of dollars that they've lost. Hey, babe. I know I lost money with Dink Doink from Logan Paul last time. Well, I did it again with CryptoZoo, but I got this dope-ass picture with them. Like, look at how happy we look together. What do you mean you're leaving?
Not really. Guy's good. He's very smart. He manipulates the twist the truth just the way he wants to. He's good.
I think
It's marketing in a way, hiding behind the veil of I don't know what this platform doing God's work and doing justice to the way. Go sign up to my Patreon. Go join my Patreon. We're gonna
Which fucking goober laughed at that? Like, this is a bad point anyway. He should be making money from his work. Not to quote the Joker, because that's turbo cringe, but if you're good at something, don't do it for free. Like, he's the best goddamn investigator the platform has. He should be making money from it. I don't see how that's a critique. What's the criticism there? Ah, he did these investigations, and he makes money! He can't be trusted!
and that's where this also gets tricky because I'm not sure what he's fabricating or if people are genuine about what they're saying because he doesn't verify background or, like I said, substantiate any evidence. So he's probably.
Do you not believe there's victims?
Put people who have lost here on
Okay,
Twitter
so-
and highlight them.
It's just so bad.
The shit out of this, and he's probably going to. He's good. He's very good.
They're called victims, Logan.
Part 6 is the more he says, and the more he continues to spread this misinformation that this was any sort of con or scam, the more I have for the lawsuit that I am filing. Definitely.
I do. The disconnect in his brain is wild because he puts it on this lens like the guy, CoffeeZilla, is just someone that doesn't like him, as opposed to a guy who investigated this fully. So he truly believes that everyone that he showcases and every story he tells has to be by a paid actor and can't comprehend that real people lost a lot of money from his project. Or maybe he can and he pretends to be stupid. Couldn't really tell you. But yeah, he just talks about the people losing money as being milked, or them milking it. Yo, you got scammed. Get over it. I think I really do think Stan's had the best take on it. Like, if he was Logan Paul's guy, he would have advised to just ignore it. And he's absolutely right. I thought the right play would just be make everyone hooligan, refund them. I think that's the morally correct thing to do. But if Logan just wanted the easiest way and just to get out of this as quickly as possible, if he never said anything, he would have been fine, actually. But now he's posted this on both of his main platforms, Logan Paul channel and now Impulsive. All of his audience is now aware of this. Now they've probably watched CoffeeZilla's video, and with all of that evidence, they're gonna look at Logan Paul and be like, fuck, this guy hasn't proven his innocence at all. He hasn't even mentioned any of the claims. So he really fucked himself. If he had just ignored it, his audience would have never known, never cared, and he would have been in the same situation. He would have been fine. His fans are definitely not watching CoffeeZilla's video. I disagree. So I actually think since now he's posted it 2 times, they're gonna be like, what is he talking about? What are these scam allegations? I bet it's a bunch of baloney, a bunch of fucking barnacles. Logan would never do that. Let me see what this is. And they'll watch it for even a second, like hate watch it. But then Coffee immediately starts making points and they're like, interesting.
Interesting.
His audience know? I don't know, maybe I'm now skewed on what I think his audience is after the CoffeeZilla videos because everyone that he interviewed that got scammed for a lot of money was not a kid. They were young adults. So now maybe I'm under the false idea that his audience is older than they are. I always thought he had like a Disney Channel audience, but after the CoffeeZilla investigation, I became convinced they were older. Plus he's in the WWE now, which is mainly older audience. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, fully. What I wanted is for him to actually tackle the evidence. I would really like to hear from his side, if there is one. Right now, I'm starting to genuinely doubt he has any legs to stand on there on this situation. But who knows? You didn't see him push Prime at the end.
You look like a...
Yeah, Prime needed an extra push. It's only on his goddamn phone case on the table, them drinking it constantly, them fiddling with it constantly. Yeah, it needed that extra push. Yeah, surely I needed to see that. Good luck opening it. There's a bug that doesn't let you go past the launcher. Yeah, I saw that. But I also found the solution. You just keep opening and closing it till it accidentally lets you play this pile of shit. So, I already know how to get around that bug if we encounter it. I'll just go like Mega Mind, I think. Do I not have any more head options? Is that as Mega Mind as I can get? This is kind of like swollen, maybe an allergic reaction. Wow, that's kind of cool. I can make him like a puffer fish. A lot of really cool teeth option. We'll go this. No dentures, baby. That looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. I'd like the head to be a little more bulbous, but I don't think I can do that. Yeah, what kind of hair do we have? Oh, I can have him real wet. Just perpetually sodded. Alright, I like that. Yeah, I fuck with that. Oh, there's even bulge mechanics? We'll be modest. Oh, modesty is even an option. Force underwear. Show nipples. I can't flip that on? Can you hang dong in this game? Can you go whole hog? You can? Yeah, let me see. This will be for me, not you guys. Oh, no, you can't. Damn. It's censored by default. Unlucky. But I guess I can show the nipples. Those some pepperonis right there, god damn.
We got a party going on, so I'm gonna keep this one
Hey,
short.
TikTok.
Fuck the Panteros, fuck the Idols, fuck Marshall. The Saints are here to stay, baby.
Whee!
Got it. Just trying to understand the pay structure.
Do I have a melee? Oh god. I can't see. Oh god, I'm dead. No, I'm not. Psych. Just acting.
Yes, man.
Oh my god. This bad boy's a bucking Bronco. This gun has a mind of its
there's
own.
nothing I can do. You just turn over the pictures. You can see flash.
Now we're really feeling it. Woo! I'm coming in so hot,
Guess I
yo!
don't have to wear a suit.
Lord! I'm sure by now many of you have at least heard of the EDP 445 situation. That sounds like some kind of fucking Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg, but for those that don't know, EDP 445 stands for Eat That Pussy. He was a big YouTuber. He had a huge online presence, and this week he was accused, and with a lot of evidence backing it, of being a pedophile. And with video evidence, him showing up to a meeting place where he believed he was meeting with a 13-year-old that was actually set up in very similar style to like a Chris Hansen investigation by a YouTuber, Predator Poachers. That name actually is shared by other people who hunt predators, but today this was done by one person or one group in particular, and that person, the big face behind it, is not a good person at all. And that's why I wanted to do this little intro here, because I want to make it clear that there's no heroes in this story. You can't root for the person behind the investigation of EDP. They did a good thing, but they're a shit person. The main guy behind Predator Poacher has had a lot come out about him recently, showing his prank calls to a BLM hotline where he just says the N-word. He said the N-word, hard R, multiple times. Believes he's like an edgy troll, but his trolling is just saying the N-word. Epic prank, and he's just not someone that I can really appreciate the work of, but he and his group were the ones that broke this story on EDP, who is a very bad person as well, who, with all of this evidence coming forward, which is pretty damning, have put together this whole case against EDP 445, and today I watched it all on Twitch, streamed it with the community, so that way we could all be caught up on the internet lore together. I've heard it's really bad. So yeah, the general gist of it, EDP 445, a huge YouTuber, very popular YouTuber. I personally wasn't super familiar with his work. I'd always heard his name though, stands for Eat the Pussy 445. So this came out a day ago, which was to hype this up. I think this is only reading text messages, and this is when he actually showed up. This is the only thing I've seen. This guy has a fucked up past. Like, even on this channel, apparently some videos that are still up from streams where he'd call BLM and drop the N-word to them or something. Like, he'd call organizations supporting BLM and just start dropping the N-word or some shit. Like, this guy's not a good guy.
So, everybody go subscribe right now. Go subscribe. And if you want to see the full chat messaging.
I'm sorry to interrupt again. Another thing, the reason this video took so long for them to put out is because he wanted to wait for it to get full monetization. So that's why he kept hyping it up, and the reason why he kept pushing it back, because it wouldn't get full ads on it. So this guy's kind of a real piece of shit, if I'm being honest. Like, he does a good thing in the worst possible way. Who starts a conversation like that? What? Dropped a mean ass shit. Man, they say fucking chivalry is dead. This guy is suave. Now that is how you flirt. That's a good line for Tinder, I'd say. If you guys need any help on like your game, take notes from EDP. dropped a mean ass shit. And then send an audio message. Do I have to go to the other ones in order to... He sent a picture of his shit? No, fucking... Alright, hold on. Does this... We're gonna have to keep going back and forth. This is gonna be like an MLA formatted fucking research paper here with citations. For these text messages, if I want to see them uncensored, do I have to go to this stream? So do I have to like cross-reference the uncensored versions with the stream here? I can't show a picture of literal shit on Twitch, but I need to confirm whether or not he sent a shit pic. That's very bold. Just ordered some pizza, about to fuck this shit up. Pizza sounds good. Hell yeah, I'm about to annihilate that shit. Okay. Oh! He sent a picture of his shit! Dropped a mean ass shit, and it's a full loaf. This man, he's sending shit pics. And that is not a healthy shit. That's very runny. There's no solid foundation of the stool. That is alarming considering he just annihilated a pepperoni chicken pizza. He also sent his dick. Yeah, but that's not nearly as cool as a shit pic. EDP was breaking new grounds. They were only just starting to talk. It had been 2 days, I think. And then he hits her with, drop a mean ass shit, and then sends a picture of his toilet bowl with poopy in it. Yeah, I'd show the other video, but I'm worried of how many pictures of shit he might have sent. Ugh, like, what the fuck is this? Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, just having lunch. What did you eat? Tacos. That's cool, what are you doing? Just got done beating my shit. Now watching YouTube. Oh yeah, I just had some tacos. Also just beat the fuck out of my cock. What are you doing? Yeah, he sent a picture of his actual unedited shit. He didn't even put like a cute little emoji over it, so I'm a little concerned to show it. I think we're right here. How is this possible? I just went to a random point in here. How is the bathroom trip going? Going great. I'm fucking this bitch up. Are you sure he only sends one shit pic? Like, it seems like that's all they talked about was him shitting. I went a little too far. I skipped ahead in the lore. I was at 14 minutes, not 20. I accidentally spoiled chapter 2 here, it seems. I like this part. Relax, I'm not a weirdo or anything. When literally 5 days ago he sent a picture of his actual shit in a toilet. No, we're doing both videos. The only reason I'm going back and forth is because these are censored, and I want to understand how we got here. Oh, he seems bothered that she's 13, but then, for some reason, continues to talk. Oh, okay, here we go. So he has, like, a realization here. Not enough to go to jail over. Okay. So how does he continue to, like, fall for this, then? I was eating a corn dog today, and the bitch burned the roof of my mouth. I spit that shit out so fast. Alright. Just a little PSA, don't take pictures like this. These kind of pics just never really work. It's just kind of a weird pic.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Final Nights 4. A game that I played the demo of a long time ago, and now the full release was made earlier this year. It's a game that could probably be equated to the...
I've got a confession to make, and it's something I'm not proud of. I am deep into the TikTok rabbit hole of desperate attention-seeking behavior. I'm so embarrassed to say that, downright ashamed. I'm like an 80-year-old woman, and TikTok has become my soap opera. It's just this captivating train wreck I can't help but look at. These aren't even like people anymore. They're just clout zombies. An insatiable appetite for internet attention, updoots, and increased follower count. Bigger number, better person. And they will do anything to get a bigger number. And nothing is off limits. I swear to God, they would dig up their dead grandmother as a devious lick challenge. They'd fucking shove a Tide Pod down the throat of their dog if it meant more views on their TikTok page. It is just truly this battle where people are coming up with the most outrageous and most deplorable ways of getting internet clout as fast as possible. And that includes faking abuse.
Okay guys, this muffin I got from, I think it was from like some grocery store, is so good. Like,
I have no idea why the fuck you keep recording yourself eating. You're fat and you're overweight.
Yeah, I couldn't find the original video since she took it down after admitting it was all fake. All smoke and mirrors, nothing's real, you got fooled, and it was all a play for attention. So I found this video of a guy watching it and reacting to it. Yeah, so right away you'll notice the acting's pretty dog shit. It's Tommy Wiseau level, sounding like something out of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers here. It actually just comes across like a Darman video for real. Like, stop eating the muffin, you're fat and overweight. Dude fat shames his girlfriend, lives to regret it. But you have to remember, most people on TikTok are actual children. A lot of them haven't even developed object permanence yet. Like, if I put this phone behind my back, they think it disappears. Those are the people that are using TikTok mainly, so when they see something like this, they're just going to take it at face value. But it's not just kids. Like, no one really expects someone to fake an emotional abuse video for views on TikTok. You'd have to be a real piss stain in a gas station urinal to try some shit like that. So most people assumed it was all real, and especially victims of emotional abuse came forward to support the creator here. And this spread very rapidly on TikTok. She gained like 100,000 followers as a result of it, with people just pouring tons of support into it.
I have no idea why you keep wanting to record that.
I just want to show TikTok my muffin. Like, why did you have to go there?
But when you're fat and overweight, TikTok shouldn't be a priority. It should be losing weight for me.
Alright, Mark.
Wow, what a piece of shit. Show this woman love and support, please. But just, wow.
Yeah, not exactly classically trained actors from Juilliard or anything, but it was effective enough to gain 100,000 followers and convince people she was in an emotionally abusive relationship with a piece of shit boyfriend. And she got a lot of support for it, and the views were very positive for her. Also, the dialogue is, of course, really awful. They didn't have much of a script here. It sounds like dialogue out of Death Stranding. You're fat, overweight, eating muffin, bad. Lose weight because you're fat, overweight, lose weight for me, okay? It actually just sounds like a parody that you would read on Reddit underneath a post about like an incel or some shit. It's not well executed, but it was good enough that a lot of people believed it initially. And then people eventually started pointing out things that didn't make much sense and calling into question the authenticity of it, to the point where the creator eventually came forward to confirm that, yeah, she faked all of it for attention.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here. I haven't posted in a few days, and it's mainly because I've just been feeling very bad about myself, and I'm just gonna come out. I'm gonna say it. This is the video for all you guys who want it. The muffin video was scripted. Everything was scripted.
Lying again, are we? This wasn't scripted. There was no script here, and if it was written by a 4-year-old. You just improv'd something that you thought would sound like emotional abuse. You just told your friend to just say like, hey, just call me overweight while I'm eating this muffin. That was it. That's all the thought that went into it. You knew that it would gain traction because no one likes to see a woman getting belittled and insulted, especially not by their boyfriend. You know, so you knew it would be a viral video for you, but you didn't script shit. You faked it. Don't say you scripted it. You're giving yourself far more credit than you deserve.
Nothing was authentic, nothing was real, nothing was true. I want to thank all the accounts who are holding me accountable, because that's what we should be doing in today's society. And after the muffin video, you're probably like, well, why'd you keep going?
I love that line when someone makes an apology video after getting caught with their ass in their own mouth. Actually, I'm super glad you're all holding me accountable. This was really a social experiment to make sure that everyone was ready to hold someone like me accountable for these actions. It was all staged in order to empower all of you to hold me accountable. So thank you for that, and you all passed the test. Come on, we know you're not happy about that, so take the mask off, drop the act, just be like a Scooby-Doo villain who gets caught. I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids, you fucking turbo nerds.
And that's what, if you notice I have another TikTok, that's what my marketing team told me to do. They said keep going, like, continue to grow, continue to grow. As a person though, it just keeps eating me inside. They told me don't make this video because you're gonna get so much hate, and it's like, I don't care. You guys can hate on me, you can do whatever you want. I literally don't give a shit. But
where'd you get your marketing team? Off Fiverr or something? Just like one guy in his basement who says he's a marketing expert? What kind of strategy is that? No, just keep going. That way it just keeps building and building, and then you look even stupider when you eventually have to fold because it's become too much and people are shitting all over you on TikTok. That's not marketing. That's self-sabotage. What you have is like a double agent who must be working for like your arch nemesis on TikTok trying to like sink your career. It's a terrible idea. It's a horrible strategy. Though I do like the scapegoat. I don't know if she has a marketer that could just be like someone she's pushing blame on in order to make herself look a little bit better. Like, listen, you plebeians, I went against math and science. My marketing team, all 500 of them, all of them told me don't do it. They begged me not to make this video, but I knew in order to be the morally perfect person that I am, I needed to come forward and own up to my one and only mistake. I said, damn the numbers, damn the data. I'm doing what's right. Even though it was probably just her and her friend that hatched this idea as just a quick viral video knowing that they'd be able to capitalize off an emotional abuse situation in order to get like some pity follows or just some supportive messages and validation. It's just really disgusting all around. And I do wonder if there is a marketing team here at all.
I just want to make it clear that if I lose 150,000 followers, that's fine, as long as everyone knows that this video was not to hurt anyone. There were no bad intentions. Because TikTok is an entertainment app, that's purely what it was for, entertainment.
What the fuck is entertaining about witnessing emotional abuse? Like, where's the fun? Was I supposed to sit there and watch the video and be like, oh, hey, oh, just like a jolly old belly laugh? Like, oh my god, she's eating a muffin and getting insulted for it. Hey, top notch, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Like, what does she watch for fun? Beheading videos? How could you possibly think people would, like, be entertained by watching abuse? There's nothing enjoyable or wacky or goofy about it. It's just sad. Like, it is just sad. And it's especially insulting. Might have been Dell.
Going to be visiting the dark web version of the Internet Strangers websites. This is the final and technically fourth part.
Let's
of the
go,
series, so I
dark
made a playlist
web.
you can check out at the top right of the screen if you want to
I've
watch
seen
all the
that
episodes.
movie.
For my safety
Unfriended.
and yours, I will not be sharing the links. Go watch the other parts of this series. Anyway, in case you guys don't know about the dark web, you can only access it using
Tor.
not Google Chrome, not Firefox, not Internet Explorer. I don't know why you use that anyway. This allows you to go into
Well, it's not called
websites
Internet Explorer now, it's
on-
Edge.
The websites usually consist of random numbers. In the last video, we covered the basics, and this time I just decided
Tor was made by the CIA.
clicking. So I
Is that true? I remember that rumor floating around back when I was learning what the dark and deep web and shit was. Was Tor actually made by the CIA? It was made by the Navy. Oh, we're getting... Oh, there's like a fucking civil war in the chat. Was it the Navy or the CIA? On Tuesday, the CIA announced its own Tor Onion service. So the CIA, I guess, is getting into the dark web space. What are they, like, releasing dark web NFTs? I don't know, this is a weird announcement from 2019. The United States Naval Research Laboratory. I'm assuming this is the first thing that popped up. Yeah, looks like it was the Navy. So besides like arms purchasing and like illegal shit, what is the point of the dark web? Like, I can't imagine people are accessing the dark web going through Tor to look up like video game walkthroughs. That seems like there's no way that happens on the dark web. Who's going on the dark web like, bruh, I'm really looking to buy some crocodile. Oh, someone's selling. Alright, here's my credit card info. No one's typing that shit in on the dark web. No fucking chance. No one's dumb enough to do that, right? College kids? Nah, I don't believe that for even a second. Nobody would. They're absolutely using like Monero or some kind of crypto or something. They're not gonna be using like their actual just fucking Visa card.
Revenge. Now you might be saying, we already covered revenge in the last video. Yes, but those websites were taken down. Won't be sharing the name of the website, but I'll show you guys the layout. So right out of the gate, you're given a list of email names to browse through. If you click on the name,
This used to exist on the surface web for what it's worth. Tuv even covered it once. There used to be a website that was all for revenge porn, and eventually the guy who ran it faced how many years in jail? I don't remember how many, but yeah, he got fucking blasted. But this was something back in the early internet days that existed just on, you know, you could go on AOL and just look at revenge porn. It was fucking crazy. He got 18 years? Was it 18 years? You might be right.
There are two options: the lifetime basic.
Yeah, see,
or
buy with
lifetime
Bitcoin. You're not typing in
Lifetime
credit
basic
card
costs
info.
$150 and includes lifetime membership, daily updates, 101 gigabytes of leaked amateur content, which is 69,300
Jesus
photos,
Christ.
3,045 video, plus a VIP section, an IP cam section, spy cam
What?
recordings, NAS Synology section, and unsorted content. Apparently they have 10 terabytes worth of. So yeah, the IP cam
Holy
section,
shit.
dude, I feel so bad for the girls that don't even know their laptop is hacked and people are just watching them. Random people are just watching them.
That's another crazy thing. Do you guys remember that back in early internet days? There was a time, I don't remember if it was Max, but there was some laptop that shipped with a webcam built in, and it was extremely easy to access. So easy, in fact, there was a website set up on Surface Web where it would just be like a roulette. You just click a button and it'd take you to some random guy's webcam. You could just watch them living their lives. Was it Dell? It might have been Dell. Yeah, so you just have this roulette of just watching people's lives through their webcam. They had no idea. It was fucking wild. It was wild. So then, like, it was such a big deal that eventually the experts were like, if you own this laptop, just put a piece of tape over the webcam, otherwise you are most likely being watched.
List. But I just want to let you guys know that I'll provide some Amazon links in case you guys want to buy some of you guys kind of fuckers. Disgusting fantasies.
You don't want to look at my webcam? Yeah, like, it's just one of those fucking creepy things, man. I don't think looking through those webcams ever really, like, nothing like crazy ever happens, but it's still just fucking scary to think about.
If you are not of legal age, or if this type of material is not legal in your jurisdiction, do not enter. This site contains absolutely no videos, photos, 3D rendered art, or other illustrations of children or adults. If you're looking for any of that, you're in the wrong place. It's basically saying, we have a bunch of these, like,
Shit's like a
fantasy
Tumblr blog.
stories about
The fuck?
not only that, but they have two pedophilic prevention campaign advertisements to deter the users from doing anything in real life. They're obviously only doing
What?
this, so it seems like, hey, we're actually the good guys. We're preventing this stuff from happening in real life, when in reality they're just providing the acceptance, normalization, and culture of files.
That is something that is, I've seen this on Twitter. There's a verified account, a couple 100,000 followers from what I recall. They have this belief that if we could just use AI to generate fake children for porn, it would solve pedophiles. There is a group of people that genuinely believe that providing, like, more child porn but without real people, that it would somehow get rid of, like, pedophiles. It is the most ass-backwards idea ever. It's fucking disgusting. They've made this post like, this is where I think deepfakes need to go. We need to create deepfakes of children in pornographic settings, so that way people would no longer be incentivized to use real children in child porn. It blew my fucking mind, and there are people supporting that. Like, all that does is provide more child porn for pedophiles and make the market even bigger for people to fucking film that shit in the real world. It's crazy. It's crazy. Twitter is just the most outrageous wasteland of horrible ideas. That's what this just reminded me of. I think it was actually Mudahar who commented on that. I don't remember what the account was that was talking about it. I know they deleted it shortly thereafter.
It's still illegal to have on your device. Take Lolly, for example. Even though they're just shrines, you can be arrested and charged with a crime.
Okay. Oh, what? Really?
Other countries have also.
Oh, wait, let me read that. I didn't know that. Is that real? You can actually get arrested for lolly? So what is Twitter talking about then where it's like, it's not illegal? In fact, lolly is something to be celebrated. Good talk, I guess.
We offer the best collection of real snuff and authentic R-words, pictures, and video clips.
Jesus
Thousands
Christ.
of photos, videos, comics, and books. Join us for your very
Comics?
special never-forget experience. For a small one-time fee, you have unlimited access forever. We add always new forbidden content, completely safe and anonymous.
That was kind of badass.
Jesus.
The document. The stuff on that document is absolutely fucking insane.
Thanks for
The worst
your
part
dabs.
is that they provide image proof. So, they provide image proof by using these websites. Everything that I'm going to
Reddit?
say is real.
They use Reddit?
They provide some video proof too. I did check out some of them. Oh my god, I never want to. Like, deadass, I never want to fucking go back and never see those images again. But it is real. I'm letting you guys know. This shit is real. let's go over the document. I was actually kind of
Please,
stupid and I
Kenzie, just
downloaded
stop
the
hitting
fucking
him for
text document.
1 second
I don't
and
know
you'll
why I
try.
downloaded it. I downloaded
Holy
something
shit.
on the dark web. It's on the computer now. It's just a document.
It's like a J Station video. I downloaded some shit from the dark web. Now all of a sudden I'm an 8-foot Smurf. I accidentally drank the Amogus potion at 3 a.m. from the dark web. Jesus Christ, tough.
Yeah. Well, the first thing they're claiming to sell are guns. We have sniper rifles, Mossberg 500, TOZ rifles, Kalashnikov rifles. I've never heard of that. But it says made in Russia, not China. From the other video. So let's just get into something shocking. This one, bro. This is what really got me. Video filmed according to your script with torture, R-word, snuff, etc. We need from you how many actors will be, race, gender, in your script/scenario.
Jesus
The
Christ.
youngest actor we had 4 days after she was born. The oldest actor we had, 93-year-old woman.
Holy
I'm assuming
fuck.
it's kidnapped. Blended up babies and smoothies. The classic smoothie is a drink made from pure raw fruit and or vegetables using a blender. Classic smoothie is a healthy
No
type of
fucking
cocktail
shot.
that you can drink for breakfast or a bit later. But we have a special smoothie. It's made from newborn. We place in blender the newborn with or without legs/hands.
Nah,
/legs
that
at your
no
request,
fucking
and
shot.
blend until the mixture is source smoothies from newborn strictly in the refrigerator or cold place.
That one seems very fake.
Also by male and female genitalia, just like separate. They're obviously
I don't know about that one. That one doesn't seem like a real
Safe
thing.
and secure container will be transferred and marked as for medical school. So they got their own methods to.
That's CIA bait.
PC will be
Yeah, it
available
definitely
on
seems like bait.
PS4 play new shop.
Why does that even matter? Let's by reading the names
What?
I recognize some of them. It's extremely fucking.
I really have
They're
to
also selling the
tell
Logan
myself
Paul video.
to
You guys know which one.
give me
Which
a
one?
kick
Shots
your
from
ass.
YouTuber on this
It's
list.
crazy.
What was going on? But you know what Logan Paul video I'm talking about.
Can't you just find that on archive.org?
60 FPS. Here's
Why would you
another
buy
video
that
called
on the
Penis Out
dark web?
Meat Grinder.
Pretty sure it's on
Wow, and I actually
archive.org.
did check out their image proof and it's
It makes it tier 1
and
Ash.
you guys don't worry about my mental health. A lot of people comment like, I hope your mental health is good. It's good, bro. I'm gonna go play GTA after this, right? But thank you guys so much for.
You're not
Here's
going
the
anywhere,
Logan
bro.
Paul Forest video.
It's a blessing.
Again, I'm pretty sure it's on archive.org.
Like, don't worry about me. Go on with your life. And I'll see you guys. Actually, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Nice. So besides like illegal shit, is there any reason to go on the dark web? I know Mudahar's made a few videos on like other things besides like the worst shit on there, but what else is there? Besides just a bunch of illegal shit. To get around taxes, like there's like accountants on there. You could charge for like services to evade taxes or something. That's more just illegal shit though. I'm saying like besides all illegal shit, people just go there to hang out sometimes. Oh, well, if it was made by the Navy, then why the hell was it made and has a bunch of illegal stuff on it? Well, the reason it has a bunch of illegal stuff on it is because the anonymity. That's like the whole point of the dark and deep web. As for why it was made, that I don't really know. It's probably to get around like surveillance or something maybe, and I'm just spitballing. I think it's a tier 1 poopy ranger. Let's see what crimes were caught on Twitch. Off the top of my head, can I think of any crimes? Turkey, the Turkish community on Twitch was recently just caught in a massive scandal of money laundering through Twitch bits and donations. That's probably on here. What else? CSGO Lotto? Would that be on here, you think?
Twitch started off as
Yeah,
Tristan
Prime
TV.
Raptor.
A man strapped the camera to his head and would live stream everything that happened to him 24/7. Eventually, the site
Yup.
grew and welcomed people from all over the world to
I used
live
to stream on
The
Justin
company had a
TV.
name change, which we now know as Twitch, and in 2014 was bought out by Amazon for $970 million. First thing I want to do is talk about the horrible Twitch staff. Now, it's very known that Twitch has some, let's say, biased
Wow.
staff. Every
Coming
other
in
month, it
hot.
seems like a female streamer gets banned and then unbanned within the same week, whereas a
God
male streamer
damn.
get banned for the same thing, if not something less harmful, and end up getting permanently banned. This has been proven time and
blocking
time
that
again,
direction.
with the most recent case being about Narcissa Wright, a Twitch streamer that literally tweeted
Narcissa
out,
Wright.
I want to kill myself and shoot people at Twitch headquarters.
That story
Ha, ha,
is
ha,
very
ha,
sad,
who was
honestly.
banned, and
I'm
then,
literally
what do you
blocking
know,
that
unbanned a
direction,
few days
bro.
later. I mean, if you
There's
ask me,
no
that should have
way.
been a permanent ban, but no. We see in this tweet here that they're reducing her ban, and basically, you know, she got unbanned, is what I'm trying to say.
Point is, Twitch, I see where your bans come. I see where they come from, but it's like to me,
Here's the bit that
it's
was-
just like
John
this
John.
situation. This shoot people at the Twitch headquarters.
should be a permanent ban. Now why? Are the Twitch staff just full of simps? Yeah. And in all honesty, it does seem like Twitch has favorites. Sometimes the reasoning for people getting banned is so stupid, but then if a female does it, again, this is not every
Now,
single
correct me if I'm
thing.
wrong. Wasn't she rebanned after being, or wasn't she rebanned after being unbanned and then banned again? I'm pretty sure they did correct that mistake. The whole Narcissa Wright story is extremely sad, though. That situation is horrible. I don't think many people know like the whole lore behind Narcissa Wright, but it's a honestly really sad story.
Nice.
Tell it? I can give the cliff notes. Back in the early days of Twitch, really Twitch was built on the back of speedrunning for a little while, like Siglimic, Cosmo Wright. Really the two of them were like pillars of streaming
Nice.
content
Thanks,
on
PK.
Twitch. And started to really get a lot of headlines, and then eventually ADGQ was rolling around, AGDQ started popping off. Cosmo Wright was a prolific speedrunner in Zelda games, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, all of that. And then over time, started to lose interest in speedrunning. I remember, I think it was 2016, Cosmo Wright entered into a Nintendo-sanctioned competition with a guy named John Numbers, where they were playing Mario Maker as a contest. And Cosmo Wright got blown out and didn't really return to streaming after that, if I recall correctly. And then after that, Cosmo Wright's mental health seemed a little spotty from what people were seeing. Eventually, Cosmo Wright transitions into Narcissa Wright, and from there, the streams that she would do were really focused on like really negative things. And it was very like a toxic environment. Eventually, Narcissa stopped streaming for a while, and what I understood is that she just outright stopped altogether. And then she posted that tweet about wanting to kill herself, and then the Twitch staff, which obviously turned a lot of heads as like, hey, what the fuck is this? So that's where the story's at. There's a lot more nuance to it, but that's kind of like the Cliff Notes breakdown. That whole story there, a lot of like sad and unfortunate things happened along the way. But since I was so big into watching Siglimic, Cosmo, that whole community of speedrunners, it's something I actively followed for a really long time.
Stephen Heyman. On August 31st, 2018, Stephen
I
Heyman
don't
and John
recognize him.
Pietro, I hope I said that right, were on their way to Dragon Con, a convention made for gamers, comic
Is that a real
enthusiasts,
thing?
science fiction fans, and more.
Sounds like a
Stephen
joke,
was
like
streaming the
Dragon
whole
D's
thing.
nuts.
This is called IRL streaming. In Atlanta, Georgia, a man is seen approaching John and pins him to the ground. We can't see much, but we do get a full view of what the man looks like.
JP, just let go. JP, just let go.
What the fuck is happening?
JP, just let go of it. JP, just let go of it.
Wow.
You can hear
Well, that was
Stephen
awfully
repeatedly
calm.
say, JP, just let go. And this is due to what I'm assuming is John now wanting the man to take his camera, which the man did end up stealing. From the reports I've
Oh,
read,
wow.
it seems like the man was never caught. The YouTube comments were full of L friend, this dude is such a bad friend, and comments like that. But honestly, that was the best thing to do. You don't know if someone is carrying a knife or a firearm, and your life really isn't worth getting killed over something as simple as a camera or your wallet when you could just...
Love how the dude didn't help. Bro, you're not gonna just give up the camera. Everyone shits on Dale Brown for giving like survival advice for how to like survive in an intense situation and disarm the attacker, and you guys give him shit. But the optimal thing to do is to not fight back. Just give your camera. Again, like Tub just said, could have a knife, could have a gun, and that guy's big as fuck. That guy was significantly more jacked than Steven here. Just give up the fucking camera. Like, I guarantee if this guy did fight back and got his ass beat, people would give him much more shit anyway. Or he could have lost his life over it for a camera.
The police officer explains the call and asks Mr. Big for his name. Mr. Big explains that he doesn't need to give him any sort of info.
Oh boy,
and
with
it's
full Reddit.
honestly a pretty long and petty back and forth.
Oh, dear. I just fucking watched the army show where I said I 100% blocked it. That's crazy. That is crazy.
both of them, up until the cop places Mr. Big under arrest. I would say wrongfully place him under arrest. I mean, he did have his right to not say anything. Cops can always arrest you based on suspicion. You know, it didn't seem in the clip like there was any suspicion of anything other than just the way Mr. Big was acting. Anyway, so Mr. Big gets arrested, right? They leave and they close the door. So a few minutes after the arrest, the door opens and reveals a neighbor, presumably the one that made the complaint, walking in and stealing a pair of shoes and a headset. He then returns and steals what seems to be his phone and a watch. I tuned into Mr. Big's Twitch page, and to my surprise, he still streams. Well, he took a break and is back and averages about 5 to 10 viewers.
That's
so I decided to ask
fucked.
him a couple questions.
What a galaxy brain scheme,
Make sure to
though.
show him some love. Make sure to
Fucking
tell him I sent
supervillain
him.
mastermind.
I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, he was charged.
Oh,
He was
nice.
a career criminal, man. Had a lengthy criminal history. I think he did 3 years for that shit.
I tried looking his name up in like a Washington police directory or something. I checked a lot of websites and I did not find a Jeremy Frost ad. It's not that I don't believe you, Mr. Big. It's just that I would have liked to pull up his mugshot.
I'm sorry.
Ricky Bot. Ricky Bot was a 43-year-old
I don't know this one
man who
either.
streamed himself playing Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Y'all
yes, I
remember
do.
that?
Yes, I do,
Pokemon Go
actually.
is a mobile game which requires you to go
I do know this
outside
one.
in order to catch distance. The man stole 3 cell phones and the camera itself. Ricky Bot was taken to a local hospital with a laceration on the side of his head and a swollen right cheek. That same night, Ricky put out a series of tweets reading, "I got mugged playing Pokemon Go in Central Park. Still talking to police and will go to the hospital soon. My jaw is a mess. Thanks all. My Twitch account got suspended. Literally insult to injury."
Yeah, that's another fucked up thing that Twitch used to do. I don't know if they still do. If a crime gets captured on stream, or like something like that, I guess, where you get your ass beat on stream, they just ban the account outright, which is weird. I remember there was that guy who was involved in a hit and run while streaming. At least I think it was a hit and run. Oh no, there was a streamer who, while streaming IRL, accidentally captured like a shootout. I think it was. Like a guy shot at a car on his stream, and the guy got banned for it. It's really like a weird policy they have in that department when you capture something like that. That's technically against TOS, but you had no control over it, and it would also be good evidence. So I don't know why they'd like take it down. But yeah, that was something they did for all of those kind of cases. I remember that. I don't know if they still do though. Yeah.
So if I'm streaming, right, I have a malicious friend for some reason in my house, right? He comes in, says a slur, runs out. I'm getting banned, right? I hate it so much. And this poor man got pinned down to the ground and robbed. And Twitch is like, oh nah, that's violent. Take it down. It's like, there's a lot of stuff about Twitch that rubs me the
that
wrong
policy
way.
is terrible.
In
That
case
is
you're wondering how
bad.
Ricky is doing now.
How do they justify it? Because I know they even put out a statement about it. I'm kind of curious. Where can I find those guidelines? Again, I don't know if they still do it though. But where can I find it? Because I'm curious what they did to defend it. They don't want people faking it for clout. I remember bits and pieces back with the guy who captured a shooter on stream. I think they said something like we're doing it to keep the VOD private for everyone involved and sharing it with the police or something. Let's do some Katamon. I don't remember. If I could just remember what that case was, I'm sure I could find their tweet about it that clarified. Does anyone remember what it was? Because it was a pretty big one. That one got mainstream attention. A streamer had captured like a shootout on stream on Twitch. It was valuable information for the crime, and they banned the account.
No.
Which then made it inaccessible. Was it North Hollywood shootout? Man, what the fuck? This was 1997 North Hollywood shootout. I remember that. This was not Twitch. Fuck asshole. That one though changed law enforcement drastically. So this is totally unrelated to anything we're watching here with the Twitch crimes. This shootout is fucking crazy. So 2 robbers were armed to the teeth, like full-blown juggernaut from Modern Warfare 2. And they robbed a store, and the police showed up, and they just started blasting. Like the guys full auto, just letting it all hang loose. Oh, it was a bank. They robbed the bank. Yeah, that's what it was. Robbed the bank, just blasting. And the cops were shooting back, but their handguns weren't powerful enough to pierce their armor. So they couldn't actually stop them. They couldn't actually prevent them from leaving or doing anything. So they just kept walking away, taking bullets from the police while firing back. The police got so desperate for firepower, they started, I believe they raided a nearby gun store for like shotguns and other items, and as well as like trying to find anything with a higher caliber. And it was such a long, drawn-out shootout that post North Hollywood shootout, they started arming police officers much more heavily, like more firepower in their vehicles. It was crazy. The whole thing was captured on helicopter. In fact, the only reason it even ended is because one of the officers got a lucky shot on one of their ankles, because their ankle was slightly exposed. So they hit his ankle. He fell to the floor and knew he was going to be killed, so he took his own life. And then the other one, I think, got really desperate and just started walking at them or something like that. It was something like that. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. Thanks to Prime Megalodon.
The streamer reacts and is then met with a handgun being pointed at his face and he screams. Alright, don't roast his scream, because I'm pretty sure if any of us were in that position, we would not know what to do. But I know you chuckled after that scream, and I did too. But like, let's not be too hard on that
normal
scream. One of the thieves
scream,
goes to keep
honestly.
his life quiet, and you can hear the kids in the background. The other is beating the streamer repeatedly with brass knuckles, asking where the money is at. The
How do people think
explains
it's
that he
fake
doesn't
then?
have any money, but eventually I did find the name of the streamer, and that's TMoneyFG. It seems he doesn't stream anymore, and I couldn't find a YouTube channel, unless it's the one with 1 subscriber, but I doubt it. I also found his Twitter, and it's extremely botted. 16,000 followers and no likes on his recent tweet. Yeah, a little bit weird. You would think that if he faked this, he would at least gain clout from it. And if he faked it, I don't know if you would scream like that on purpose. Plus, why would you put your kids through something like this? I mean,
I don't think it's
a lot
fake.
of people were assuming that the wife set him up because she was too calm. That was stupid too. You can tell she's trying to stay calm for the kids.
Seems like a weird
is
thing to
this real?
fake
Is this
if you don't
fake?
even
I
stream
really
anymore.
Can't tell. The video looked.
Someone found it. Found the streamer you're asking about. Look up Bees on My Head TV carjacking. He was banned for getting carjacked while viewers were trying to use the VOD to find the guy who robbed him. Twitch came out and clarified their policy in response, stating that streamers are responsible for anything shown on stream. That's exactly what I was thinking of. A carjacking. Not a shootout around cars. You're absolutely right. Did he ever get his account back? Because this is like really a hardline stance. Twitch suspended his account for behavior caught on camera and has since informed the streamer he won't be getting it back anytime soon. Thanks,
Security breach. No, not the Five Nights at Freddy's game. So 6 months ago, on October 6th, Twitch was hacked and it
Oh, hey, yeah, this was the
25 gigabytes worth of leaks appeared on 4chan, and
income
that
leak.
included source code, streamer earnings, encrypted passwords, and more. We bring to you today an extremely poggers leak. Twitch is an American video live streaming service that focuses on video game live streaming, including broadcasts of esports competitions operated by Twitch Interactive, a subsidiary of Amazon.com. Their community is also a disgusting, toxic cesspool, beginning mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients, creator payouts from 2019 until now. Find out how much your favorite streamer is really making, and then they link.
Did they ever release the second part to this?
Bezos paid $970 million for this, and we're giving it away for free. Hashtag do better Twitch. Though a bunch of stuff got leaked, people mainly focused on how much their favorite streamers were making. I mean, your passwords were at stake, but people were, kind of mad at XQC for being a millionaire, which we all know. We all know he's a millionaire.
No, that
Many
was a
people were
surprise
mad
to
at
everybody.
streamers saying they didn't make sense. It's really funny because a lot of Twitch streamers have their sub count like on the top of their head. They're letting me know
No,
how
that
much
doesn't
money
mean
they make.
anything,
It just
though.
takes a little bit of math. And he claimed that a part 2 was coming out, but that never happened. Many people just assume it was an ex-Twitch employee or a Twitch employee who knew they were going to be fired.
I doubt it was an ex-Twitch employee.
Before I go, I'm just going to end this off with a big bang. I'm sure you guys remember the whole Save the Kids thing.
Who could
It seems
forget?
When crypto was, I wouldn't say at its peak. I would say at its peak popularity with the internet culture, there were a lot of influencers really taking advantage of this. This doesn't even count the NFT thing, right? This is crypto. Crypto and NFTs are very similar, but they are different, right? You buy
Shitcoins
NFTs
versus
with crypto, crypto
NFTs,
versus crypto.
shit
There were
art.
a lot of influencers promoting a bunch of scam coins, and once their fans would like buy the coins, they would quickly just take all the money, dip, leave the coin with no value. I mean, even Aiden Ross admitted to doing this.
Yeah, by the way, that MILF token shit I did a while back.
This one.
I already told you guys, don't buy that shit. I got paid a bag to do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hope none of you guys actually bought it.
Oh my god.
Which was Ice Poseidon. Now, Ice Poseidon used to be a very popular Twitch
we know this
In
one.
case you guys haven't heard of him, he's very popular for getting swatted. Yeah, that's what he's known for. He once got swatted on an airplane.
I actually don't know if I'm allowed to watch his story on Twitch. We all know this one though. He openly admitted to stealing, what was it, 300, 500, what was it, $300 or $500,000 from a shitcoin that he was pumping. He was very open. Watch it? I'll just explain it. I made a whole video on it when it happened. Ice Poseidon was pumping a shitcoin Somehow his community bought into it. He ran away with 300 to 500,000. I don't remember what number it was, but it was somewhere in that ballpark. And he then went on CoffeeZilla's channel and openly said, yeah, I took the money. I was worried the coin was going to lose some value, so I thought I might as well take the money before it hit zero. And he was just very open and honest. And then CoffeeZilla said, hey, why don't you just give the money back since you still have it? I see it in your wallet. You could give the money back. And he said, I could, but I don't want to.
No. Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm alive. Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. In the late 90s, a very popular Japanese game show tortured a man for a year and broadcast it every Sunday night. This isn't like reality TV where it's all fake and scripted.
This episode of Liquid Ladder was brought to you by Honey.
Few things get people as mad as a pizza debate. You could slap someone's mother right in front of them and they'd still be angrier about a difference in pizza place preference than the slap on their own fucking mom. Pizza is one of those things that people feel the need to defend with their life. It's like knight's honor where they'd sacrifice themselves to make sure to protect the integrity of the pizza place, its reputation. People go to war over pizza, and the battlefield is always bloody, full of gore, limbs, and tits everywhere. And today, I decided to put myself in front of the firing squad here in Goatsy, let it all hang out, and accurately put all of these major pizza chains on a tier list to objectively know where each one of them ranks, because we don't make mistakes at the Liquid Ladder. When we do a tier list, where that falls is where it deserves to be. No arguments. So get ready for the truth. I hope you can fucking handle it, pussy. Do you want to start with Papa John's?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that was my favorite pizza.
You gotta unseal it.
Yeah.
Can I me to unseal it?
Can I just rip it? Yeah. Did you feel the flavors just pile out of the seal?
You wanna like kind of tip it and show us?
Yeah. A quality pie, that's symmetrical. Do you remember when John Schnatter went on air about how aliens made him be a racist and like the day of reckoning was coming?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yeah. Share some oils. Yeah, there we go.
It was grosser than it should have been.
That John Schnatter makes a quality pie.
He may be racist, but he knows pizza.
Okay. If you say so. It's just the better ingredients, man. You can really feel it.
What's our criteria? Like cheese, full flavor, sauce.
I think we just go by, does it taste good? On the scale I'm working on. Right now the answer is like a resounding yes. I've never tried their jalapeno. Should we do the whole package, like with the sauce and everything?
Sure, we can try the sauce.
The jalapeno?
Well, you can eat the jalapeno. I'm not gonna share a jalapeno with you.
Why not?
Just, I think it's a great idea.
Wow, that's really mild. That's one of the most mild jalapenos I've ever had.
That's your kind of pepper.
That's a good pepper. It's like a bell pepper, if it had like a little teenage angst to it.
Oh,
like it's a bell pepper going through like a phase of rebellion. Nice. That's a good jalapeno.
Can I just say I'm excited to be at this table, not in pain for this episode?
This is the first time that we haven't done a painful one in a long time.
I'm just enjoying food. This is so much better.
Enjoying it for now.
You're enjoying it till we get to Pizza Hut. Papa John's, and a surprise to no one, I'm just going to be giving an S tier. It's just the most consistently decent pizza. Yes, it's not going to blow your fucking mind. You're not going to take a bite of Papa John's pizza and then piss your pants because it's so good, or like, you know, have a transcendent experience where your soul leaves your body because the flavors just fucking killed you or anything. It's just a consistent, good quality pizza. Now, John Schnatter aside, that guy's the guy's not really a good guy, but his pizza, it does kind of slap. So I do think Papa John's pizza does deserve an S tier because I've never had an experience where I take a bite and I'm disgusted. It's always been good. Like all of their different wacky, goofy pizzas that they offer, all of them are just pretty solid. And now, speaking of solid, it's time to talk about honey, baby. I'm sure by now most of you know that I use and like honey. If you watch the podcast, you know I've talked about it quite a bit with my friends. Honey is a free browser extension that you can install in just seconds, only a couple of clicks, and you can install Honey, which will allow you to add coupons automatically to your checkout across a multitude of different stores, online stores. And during checkout, there'll just be a little pop-up letting you know, hey, there's some coupons available for this, and you save money for free. It's free money, basically. I just used it on Amazon recently because I made a purchase through Amazon. It wasn't for the Moby Huge or anything, but it was a smaller purchase, and I saved like $10 off the cards I was buying. Like, it's actually just an incredible service. Like, there's no reason not to own Honey since it installs so quickly and is free and just saves you money. So if you're interested in trying Honey, you can go to joinhoney.com/penguinz0. That's joinhoney.com/penguinz0 to try Honey. This is my least favorite, not only my least favorite pizza place, but honestly one of my least favorite foods of all time. Pizza Hut. Like, this, everything about it insults the senses. This gross ass fucking plain box. It's just terrible.
No, I already opened this one. I think you're going to be more disappointed than you normally would be with pizza.
You're gonna want to eat it after you see that.
What happened?
Just really analyze this pizza.
No.
You're looking at it. There's 0% chance a piece comes out that way.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
something is off with this pizza.
Yeah, so this little...
Here, wait, don't move it. Let's show it to them real quick.
Yeah, then you got aerial footage with the drone.
I guess that's fair. I probably didn't pick it up anyways.
Is
but
that drone footage?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, that is kind of weird,
It's
right?
almost like as cooking it, they pushed the crust in. Are you taking that little piece?
I don't know.
That's the one they fucked with. I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I'm afraid to.
Yeah, that's the scary piece.
Just look at how gross it is. The way it dances is insulting. It just...
Oh, we had to get a medium. That's right. They were the ones docking more points here.
Yeah.
You need $10 for delivery, and their medium is $9.99. So we were forced to get the 60-cent ranch pack.
Yeah, and there's no way they didn't plan that. That was
Yeah.
malicious.
It was. In the small piece, because I'll take the small one from the other side.
I'm not eating that. No.
Okay.
I honestly think that just somebody
Here's
slipped
a-
that in.
Yeah, they were like, shit, we didn't do enough, and pulled one out of the fridge.
Or the dumpster, knowing Pizza Hut.
You want to make them kiss again?
Yeah, here, slap
Ooh,
them.
yeah, smack my pizza. Nice.
I'm always shocked every time by how bad it is. It's crazy.
Kind of like it.
I don't know. I already saw that coming.
Can't roll for minutia, baby.
It tastes like the chef bent over and slapped his ass on some oil.
Yeah, but like a good-looking chef.
Maybe, I guess. I can't quite taste it yet.
I will agree with you. I think the cheese is good, but when I got to the sauce, that sauce is terrible.
I fainted that.
I mean, there's no distribution here. All of my
All
sauce,
the sauce was at the back.
It's right
Yep.
here. So this is nothing but cheese
So
on
I think
bread.
I rated cheesy bread at the tip, and now it's pizza at the back. The crust is worse. I liked the cheese though. I'm not going back on that. That sauce is shit.
It's terrible. It's really bad sauce. I don't even think they use tomatoes. They use like actual just crushed up crayon paste. To be fair, if there was no sauce on this pizza, it would be
good.
better.
The cheese is good, I'm telling
They
you.
should just rebrand as just like a cheesy bread factory. I actually think maybe the
Or
sauce is what kills it.
Buy your sauce from Papa
just
John's, but keep everything else the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just got javelin.
So you were slightly surprised that it was better than you thought?
I was so the first bite had sauce, which is
Oh,
why
which is why it
I fucking hated it. But then as the sauce faded away into just like I don't know if the camera can see it, but there's literally no sauce. It's
Yeah,
cheese
there's parts
and
of it
bread.
with no.
It's not gonna focus on it. Here, yeah, just get up there in the microscope camera. Yeah, so there's like actually no sauce on the majority of the pizza, which is good.
Yeah, it's better without sauce.
It's a blessing. But then when you get up to the only place here with sauce, you hate it. So like that's a decent bite, and then the crust is good. But then once you accidentally find some sauce
Yeah.
here, game over.
If you're watching Pizza Hut, just get a new sauce in your S tier.
Well,
A tier. A tier.
Yeah, that was a little.
I took that back. I'm sorry.
That was a little
Sorry.
generous.
This pizza we had no sauce on it.
See, bro, they should change their slogan to "You can out pizza."
Where is Pizza Hut?
You know, there
Let's
we
do another dissection there so you can see the
Yeah,
complete
you know
map.
what? Why don't we lift the cheese off one of the pizzas to show?
We have the technology. We can do that.
We have hands. So I'm thinking, not that one. That one looks good. This looks like what we were experiencing.
Yeah.
So here, we'll just kind of push this down.
Yeah,
You
just
think?
derobe her.
All right. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that's a good showing for what we're talking about, though. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
there.
sauce, you can't even tear the cheese off.
Yeah, look, there's actually just no sauce in there, except for
one part of the
yeah, one part. We weren't lying.
No, I'm serious.
That worked out a lot better than I expected. There's no, I don't know. If, oh, here.
Just hold it up like right here.
That good?
Yeah. Or this
Oh, sorry.
It's like cartoon pizza, but they forgot to draw the sauce.
Yeah. The cheese is great. You know what the cheese reminds me of? The cheese from Chuck E. Cheese pizza, which was always solid.
Wait, we should order that too.
They don't deliver.
All right. So this is Papa John. Oh, look, that's so much better. That cheese
excellent
slides
sauce
off
distribution.
with that sauce. Look at that. Oh, I don't even have to do any more work.
Yeah,
It's
it's
doing
just
it for me.
gravity's gonna
Right
take it.
after I get that whole piece. There we go. See? That's sauce.
Yeah, just compare the difference.
Jeez.
It's like a blister at
That's
different stages of
terrible.
healing.
Okay, which is at which stage?
This is like you need to go to the emergency room. It's infected.
Like you've gone to the white of your muscle. Yeah, gotcha. And that's also emergency room. If you look like either of these pizzas, go to the hospital. All right.
In the interest of fairness, I'll be completely transparent. When Pizza Hut had no sauce, I did actually enjoy it. I would give Pizza Hut an A tier only in the situation where they forgot the sauce. When there's sauce on the pizza, the entire fucking thing is ruined. The sauce is absolutely abhorrent. It's like the chef just cut himself like it was a satanic ritual and just let his blood drip all over the bread. It tastes abominable with sauce. But when it's just cheesy bread, it's pretty good. The cheese in the bread is actually very solid. So since we got a sauceless pie for the most part, I'll have to give it an A tier for this tier list. I was blown away, shocked. I guess most of the pizza I was getting from Pizza Hut all my life had sauce on it, and that's what was holding it back. That was what was ruining it all. Now I see the truth. Look at that wonderful packaging from Domino's. What's their slogan? We fucked up a million times, but still don't forget about us.
I don't know if they have a slogan.
Well, every single commercial starts with "We're sorry."
That's true. All right, so
our formula was
They're
bad.
the ones that used to do if it didn't get to your house in 30 minutes, it was free.
That makes sense.
And then they stopped doing it because I'm guessing that
They
stopped
fucked
being
up.
able to do that.
Now, right off the bat, you can tell there's some flavoring on the crust.
Yeah.
There's like some garlic, maybe garlic parm on the crust.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it looks good.
So
Looks
whereas most
flaky.
pizza places they make it, take it out, and ship it, they at least came back for round two and put a little
rub
fairy,
their hands on the outside.
yeah, fairy dust
Yeah.
on it.
All right, you go ahead.
I like this piece right here.
This one was speaking to me.
How the fuck do I place an order here?
Ready?
Yep.
Oh wow! Jesus. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Soft.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.